Well, school is back in session, and if this man is standing here, it must be high school football season. Nathan Epstein, Andy Hilton of Recruit757. Good to have you back, Andy.
It's great to be back. Thanks for having me, Nathan.
Oh, a pleasure, and it's also a pleasure to be talking high school football. So, Andy, first of all, let's talk about just what are the major storylines as we're getting into this early part of the season.
Yeah, so football season's here. The big story is change. Coaching change at Oscar Smith, coaching change at Ocean Lakes, a new life into the Bishop Sullivan program with the arrival of Chris Scott. That means the Beach District is in upheaval. There's a lot of turnover. Lake Taylor, Oscar Smith, Ocean Lakes have all lost games already this early into the season. There's a lot to talk about.
You talk about revival with Bishop Sullivan. I think that's very, very fitting for Bishop Sullivan. And we have our first Friday Night Flights Recruit757 Top 10. First of all, let's look 10 through 6 here, Andy. First of all, we have Cox, one of those beach teams you're talking about. Bethel, Phoebus, Lake Taylor at 7. I'm not sure how many times we've seen that. And Lafayette, what stands out?
Well, the first thing, of course, is Lake Taylor at number 7, 1-1. They took a loss to Heritage in the opening week of the season, which was a bit of a surprise, and that little bit validates Heritage. We'll see them in the top 5. Lafayette continues to roll in Williamsburg. They won their opener. The Bay Rivers District might not be a challenge for them, but they are in that tough 4A bracket with Heritage, Lake Taylor, and a number of other teams that are highly competitive.
Lafayette has been knocking on the door of that state championship for so many years there. We'll see if they can get that done. Now over to 5 through number 1, and this is what stuck out to me, Andy, was normally, the last couple of years we've done this, we know who number 1 is, we know who number 2 is, we know who number 3 is. It's usually been Ocean Lakes, Oscar Smith, Lake Taylor with a variance here or there. What in the world am I looking at now?
Yeah, and last year, those guys continued to win and win and win,
Yes.
and they'd all go undefeated, and this makes it so much more difficult. You see Heritage at number 5, having knocked off Lake Taylor, and they're undefeated. Norview, a 1-1 team, they've taken a loss. They're number 4. They took a loss to Highland Springs, last year's 5A state champions. We don't want to punish them too much for scheduling heavy. They got a challenge last week. This week they're playing Great Bridge. It's a little easier. Oscar Smith took a challenge, lost to DeMatha out of Maryland. They're a powerhouse team, so their loss is really high quality. Hampton, 1 game, 1 win, but I believe in this team. We're going to see a lot from them. They're a 5A powerhouse, and they're going to prove it on the field this year. Bishop Sullivan.
What more can you say?
Yeah.
Power team.
They won't be playing any of these teams. That's the one challenge, that as long as Bishop Sullivan continues to win and continues to look as great as they do, they're going to continue to be number 1.
Mike Smith looking for a state championship in his 46th season as head coach over at Hampton. Bishop Sullivan right now trying to compete as one of the top teams in the country, not just Hampton Roads, especially with Kalen LeBourne at running back.
Absolutely, and we'll see them as they work their way through this season. They have no state championship to play for this year. The VISA has locked them out of the state championships because they don't play very many Virginia teams this year. They don't play enough to qualify. Therefore, a battle against IMG is their finale. IMG is where Bishop Sullivan wants to be a few years from now. We'll see how they stand up to that test, but that's a fast forward all the way to the end of the season. We have a lot of games to play between now and then.
A lot of games and a lot still to be decided. Nathan Epstein, along with Andy Hilton, who will be joining us throughout the regular season. And Andy, we certainly appreciate it. Look forward to the season.
Thank you.